Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another edition of GWA Supercharged. I am the voice of the GWA, Joe Davis. We're coming to you live from the GWA Arena in Seattle, Washington. Thank you so much for joining us. We have another action-packed show planned for you this evening. Hold on a moment. Well, here comes Big Bubba Mason. He is not scheduled to open the show, but nonetheless, here he is.
Making his way to the ring from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing in at 324 pounds, Big Bubba Mason.
Big Bubba Mason coming down here. Been having an issue with strongman Aldo P. Wallace as of late, and I'm sure that's what the big man here is here to address. So let's send it down to the ring and let's listen in. Well, Bubba Mason calling out Aldo P. Wallace, but I'm not seeing him yet. Well, Bubba Mason with Payback on the mind here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that on April 2nd, Sunday, you will join us from Los Angeles, California, as GWA presents WrestleFest. But before we get to that, we got action tonight. We have a return match from last week, tag team action, as the Eliminators are scheduled to go up against the Old Gods. And another return match from last week. We've got one half of the tag team champions, Ivar, taking on Derek Wright of High Energy. We will also see if Ric Flair will be here tonight to answer the challenge or just answer the invitation of Pretty Boy Arthur Caldwell, the world's champion. But first, we have tag team action, and this one's got me scratching my head. It's going to be the Pitbulls, scheduled to take on the team of Chris Vandiver and Charles Thompson. And we know how those odd pairings do in these one-off matches like this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 232 pounds, Chris Vandiver.
Chris Vandiver on his way to the ring has been having an issue with the United States heavyweight champion, prime time Charles Thompson. And Vandiver is, in fact, the number one contender for the United States heavyweight title, and they've been going at it ever since Chris Vandiver won that matchup to become the number one contender. They're being paired up here tonight, and as I had mentioned, we've seen these pairings in tag team matches where the partners have been not getting along and it never ends up working out for that particular team. We see that again here tonight.
And his partner from Salem, Oregon, weighing in at 273 pounds, the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion, Primetime Charles Thompson.
And here he is, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Primetime Charles Thompson. Is he and Vandiver going to be able to get along and work together tonight against the Pitbulls? Well, we're going to find out in just a few moments. They got into a fist fight last week at the top of the ramp. So we are going to find out. And here come the opponents, the rough and rugged, the tough, the Pitbulls. Luther and Mahler, the Isaac brothers. These two always looking for a good old-fashioned fight. They may just find it right here tonight against Chris Vandiver and Charles Thompson. We know that the Pitbulls are a well-oiled machine as far as a tag team combination. Vandiver and Thompson, well, not so much. And already they're getting into it about who's going to start this thing off. Thompson telling Vandiver to get out of the ring. I got this covered. Vandiver is going to step through the ropes, and it's Charles Thompson and Mahler Isaac starting things off. The bell has rung. This matchup is underway. And Vandiver reaches over the top rope, slaps Thompson on the back, tags himself in. And now Thompson just shoves Vandiver to the mat. And he's, wait a minute, well, it's not too uncommon to see Charles Thompson walking out on a partner. And now it appears this is going to be a handicap situation. Chris Vandiver against both the Isaacs. Well, things don't look good here for Chris Vandiver now. Tag. In comes Luther and double knees. Here comes Mahler. Squashes him in the corner. And now here's the cover. One. Only a one this time. Vandiver's going to give us all he's got. No doubt about that. That just dimmed the lights. I'll guarantee that. What a shot by Luther Isaac. Scoop here. Fall away slam by Luther Isaac. Vandiver, again, as I was saying, he's going to give it his all. He's going to give us everything he's got, no doubt about it. But he's going up against former World Tag Team Champions here, the Pitbulls. And look at this. Pop-up power slam into the cover. 1, 2, and no. A 2 count that time. The official taking an extra second to get in position there for that cover. Could have been the 3 there. Mahler Isaac is going to send Vandiver for the ride into his corner, but he's got no partner there. He hooks him up. Bulldog by the Pitbull. Again, this is just wrong. But again, it's not like Charles Thompson hasn't walked out on a partner before. We've seen that with Derek Wright. Look at this tandem offense by the Pitbulls. Yet again, Chris Vandiver is in all kinds of trouble. Luther Isaac went in and he was reversed. A forearm shot by Vandiver, shoved away. And again, and a tackle by Luther Isaac. But Chris Vandiver pops back up. He's got a handful of beard. And the open hand strikes, but blocked, and here comes, no, block again. Look at Vandiver fight. Headbutt. And the rolling elbow. Perhaps a forearm shot sends Vandiver back to the mat. Whip to the ropes and missed that shot. But he gets the right hand. And now back to the corner. Another tag, and in comes older brother Mahler. Pop up, and look at this. My goodness, what a shot. Here's the cover, that should do it. 1, 2, 3. No, somehow, some way, Chris Vandiver still gets the shoulder up. Sit out, spine buster. 1, and just a 1 count that time. Well, what do the Pitbulls got to do to put Vandiver away here? I am so curious to see if Ric Flair is going to show up here tonight. We have not gotten word that he has arrived here in the building. He said a couple of weeks ago that he wanted a match against Arthur Caldwell for the world title, but the details were not finalized. The details were not set in stone. Pop-up power slam again by the Pitbulls. Cover, and that should do it. 1, 2, no, I thought they had him. I thought they had him. The referee says 2. But as I was saying, the details were not set in stone, so therefore I don't know if the match was officially made, but Arthur Caldwell sent out the invitation to Nature Boy Ric Flair to be here tonight to finalize the details for a world title match. So I am interested to see if Ric Flair will show up here tonight. And look at that shoulder block, shoulder tackle by Luther Isaac. And Vandiver is out on his feet. The official just might want to stop this thing, because Vandiver may not give it up on his own. Well, here's another tag. And sent in, popped up. Look at this, again, off the ropes. Clothesline, tandem offense by the Pitbulls. Cover, 1, 2, and that is it. A victory for the Pitbulls. Again, look at this. We knew they weren't going to be able to get along. We've seen this time and time again with several teams, makeshift teams, that is. And with the bad blood that's starting to boil over between these two, there was no way this is going to work. And Thompson walks out on another partner. And he held out as long as he could, but with this tag team offense, bam, by the Pitbulls. And that was it for Chris Vandiver. Well, another tough loss for Chris Vandiver, but not necessarily his fault. And there's Prime Time once again. I bet he's proud of himself. He just wore Chris Vandiver down and didn't even have to lift a finger. Well, as I was just saying just a few moments ago, it'll be interesting to see if Ric Flair will show up here tonight. Still no word if he's here or not. Only time is going to tell. And now we have the Women's World Champion walking down to the ring.
Making her way to the ring from Oakland, California, the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Amaya Stevens.
Amaya Stevens having an issue with Kaiva, who's the #1 contender. Kaiva with a couple of victories, non-title victories, I should add, over the Women's World Champion in the last couple of weeks. Hold on, let's listen in. This was not scheduled, but Amaya Stevens calling out Kaiva yet again.
And from no place in particular, Kaiva.
Kaiva running down here with a damn pipe. Amaya Stevens vacating the premises of the ring with Kaiva running down here, pipe in hand. This crazy woman has a couple of victories over the Women's World Champion as of late. And again, she is the #1 contender for the Women's World title. So I guess we're going to have yet another singles match, non-title, against these two. We have an official down here. Well, there's the bell, and yes, it is official. Kaiva going in from the opening bell. Wrestle Stevens down to the mat with by the arm. Down across the back. Kaiva has certainly had Stevens' number these last couple of weeks. And last week, the victory that Kaiva had over Stevens last week happened in the matter of minutes. It was very impressive. I simply think that Kaiva, with her unorthodox style, just has caught Stevens completely off guard. But Kaiva has victories over her nonetheless. Whip over the top rope and went for the drop kick, missed. And Kaiva with one right hand has just leveled the playing field. And Stevens now. Neck breaker. And one more right hand drops Kaiva. Still to come tonight, tag team action as the Eliminators will take on the Old Gods, a rematch from last week. And speaking of rematches last week, hold on, what a knee strike by Stevens. Cover, this could be it. 1, 2, no, just a 1 count that time. Kaiva with the kick out. And now buries the elbow into the girts. And now over the top rope into the floor. But as I was saying, also speaking of rematches from last week, Ivar and Derek Wright will square off again later on here tonight on Supercharged. Now into the barricade. Look at this. Again, Amaya Stevens has regained control. The official now counting. He's up to 4. And look at this. Scoop here by Stevens. And down across the guardrail goes Kaiva. Look at this. The right hand. Amaya Stevens with more strikes. The official now up to 7. I don't think Amaya Stevens really cares at this point about the count. She just wants some revenge on Kaiva. And back in the ring and knockdown. And again, Kaiva again catches Stevens off guard. And Kaiva now went for, I think, that crossbody, missed it. Stevens had it scouted that time. Now a tackle. And Amaya Stevens now sends Kaiva over the top into the floor, nearly to the front row. And now Amaya Stevens in control, sends Kaiva to the guardrail again. And that time she missed. And clubbing blow by Kaiva. A roll through and another strike by Kaiva. And look at this. Back into the guardrail. Kaiva has regained control. The official there, you can see him trying to warn these ladies, trying to get them back into the ring here. And there's a jawbreaker by Stevens. Look at this. The furious flurry by Amaya Stevens, and Kaiva, just like that, has been laid out, and Amaya Stevens now going to show no mercy to Kaiva. Look at this. The official now up to 8. And Amaya Stevens, not listening to the count, doesn't care. Handful of hair. Knockout shot. And there's the 10 count. The official has just disqualified both these ladies, or counted them out rather. But not before Amaya Stevens gets the knockout blow. Well, nothing's settled here tonight, I can assure you that. Uh-oh, and here's Bubba Mason. Well, Bubba Mason still looking for Aldo P. Wallace backstage, but coming up next, tag team action as the Eliminators square off with the Old Gods. So let's get back down to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 500 pounds, the Eliminators.
Cliff Russell and Vince Dixon, the Eliminators, looking for a little bit of payback of their own here tonight against the Old Gods. As I had mentioned, this is a rematch from last week, but last week, Ray Snyder used his feet on the ropes for extra leverage to get the pinfall. They stole that one from the Eliminators last week, so the Eliminators looking for payback here tonight on Supercharged. Now awaiting their opponents.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 660 pounds. The Old Gods!
Handsome Harry Sharp and Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder, the Old Gods. Again, they stole that victory from the Eliminators last week. And these guys know all the tricks in the book. So the Eliminators are going to have to be on their guard here tonight, or the Old Gods will pull another trick out of the bag and potentially steal another one right here tonight. We've got Vince Dixon going to be starting things off with Ray Snyder. The bell rings and we're underway. And he went for a lockup, and Snyder, for some reason, he makes the tag to Sharp. I don't know if that's to just confuse or disorient Dixon. Oh, now he gets a right hand right to his face. And now another quick tag, and here comes Snyder again. Oh, the Old Gods, again, they're crafty. They're tricky. And they've been in the business a long time. A lot of experience between the two of them. And so they're going to use everything in their at their disposal that's in their arsenal against the Eliminators. And a tag, and Harry Sharp back in. And look at this. Reversal by Vince Dixon. The back suplex into the crossbody. And Vince Dixon now going to try to gather some momentum for his team. He got a couple of strikes in there. Now another knockdown by the bigger Harry Sharp. Sharp now sending Dixon back to the corner. Another tag, and against the far side, and drop toe hold into the elbow. Seen Cliff Russell reaching over the top rope, trying to get a tag from his partner. A clothesline to the back of the head, and there's the tag. Exactly what Vince Dixon needed. And now the fresh competitor, Cliff Russell, now using his, if he's got some amateur wrestling background here, he was showing it there. Here's a cover. 1, 2, breaks it up, does handsome Harry Sharp. But I don't think at this stage that was going to do it regardless. Vince Dixon thrown over the top rope to the floor, and an STO sends Harry Sharp out of the ring. Ray Snyder in there all alone now with Cliff Russell, who has control. And now sweeps the leg, and Ray Snyder trying to regain the advantage. Knee drop to the small of the back. And here comes Mr. Amazing. And right hand to the girts. Clubbing blow. And Ray Snyder just pouring on the punishment. And Russell now, leg trip. And Cliff Russell now with Ray Snyder. Sends him to the buckle. And again. And Vince Dixon and Harry Sharp are still going at it on the outside. Sharp right to the steps while Snyder is hung up on the top rope there. And look at this. Now both of the eliminators going after, well, I thought it was going to be both. Cliff Russell going after Harry Sharp here on the outside. In the meantime, he's being counted out by the official. And look at this. This is broken down completely between the old gods and the eliminators. For whatever reason, Cliff Russell is going after Harry Sharp. The official now up to 4. And if Cliff Russell doesn't pay attention, he's going to get counted out. Ray Snyder standing there in the ring. He's letting his partner be dismantled on the outside, but if he stays in the ring, he's going to get a victory. Well, now Cliff Russell finally realizes the count, and he gets cut off by Ray Snyder. So even though Harry Sharp was getting beat up, Ray Snyder cuts off Cliff Russell as soon as he gets back in. And wait, no! And he just threw this matchup away. He just blasted Cliff Russell in the face, probably with brass knuckles. We've seen that before. Let's see if we get another shot at it. Right there. And a disqualification victory here tonight for the Eliminators. Oh, and wait a minute. We had to go backstage here. We got cameras back there. Bubba Mason has caught up with Aldo P. Wallace in the back. And look at this. Oh, not on the concrete floor. My God. Dominator face first on the concrete. Bubba Mason was not kidding. He wants some payback. And he's getting it. There's no security that I can see. And look at this. Shoulder breaker by Bubba Mason. I guess if you were security, would you really want to get in between these two anyway? I think not. I think they're just going to let them go at it here until this thing gets settled. Wait, Bubba Mason now has a steel chair. And wait. Oh, and it blocked by Aldo and right back into the face of Bubba Mason. And look at this. What a neck breaker by Aldo P. Wallace. And now he's got a shovel. He's got a damn shovel. And look at this. And he rips it away in a shovel shot to the stomach of Aldo P. Wallace. And Bubba Mason still has that shovel in the head. And again. What a shot. Bubba Mason. Relentless. And now he sends Aldo across the room. Big Bubba Mason with a steel shovel, bashes it off the face of Aldo P. Wallace, and he is just taking Wallace apart here. Wait a minute, I thought that Mason may have been finished, but no, he's got a table, and he's going to set it up. What has he got in mind here? Bubba Mason. He's going to try to bring him over right to that table, but no, some elbows. Aldo P. Wallace may be fighting for his life here. Look at it. Traps both of the arms, suplex on the concrete floor. Wait a minute. Aldo going for the shovel. He's going for the shovel, but knocked down by Bubba Mason before he could use it. And now, Bubba Mason now hooks him up. Sidewalk slam through the table. Aldo P. Wallace is just being destroyed back there by an angry Bubba Mason. Steel chair off the head of Aldo P. Wallace. Bubba Mason said, you know what, big man? You want to see how big and bad I am? I'm going to show you another shot with a chair. Bubba Mason not finished yet. Look at this. And another shot with a chair. And again. Okay, I think that's about it. Well, and now here comes Wallace. And that shot blocked back into the face of Wallace. I think that's got to be about enough. Where is the security? And there's a shot, and Bubba Mason with a clubbing blow knocks him down again. And now I think he's had enough. What a brawl. Look at this. Dominator on the concrete floor. And finally, afterwards, a shot with a steel shovel. Bubba Mason wasn't finished yet. Sidewalk slam through a table. And follows that up with even more chair shots. And finally, I guess he thought Aldo's finally had enough. He's made his point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a battle that was. And we're set for another. As it's main event time, it's Ivar against Derek Wright. Set for one-on-one action against Derek Wright. And try as he might, Don Holmes, with all of his distractions and all, was not able to get Derek Wright the victory last week. And so we have this return match. And this time, both partners are going to be at ringside. From what I understand, Don Holmes has some other official business he's got to conduct here. Well, not here, but he's got to conduct tonight. So he will not be in the corner of Derek Wright, but his tag team partner, Willie Jones, will be.
Pounds, Derek Wright.
come. The #1 contenders for the GWA World Tag Team titles, currently held by the Viking Raiders, is High Energy, Willie Jones, and Derek Wright. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic of this matchup compared to last week, with both the tag team partners they're going to be here at ringside. All right, we're set up. We're ready. Main event time here on Supercharged. Ivar and Derek Wright. And there's the bell. Matchup is underway. And look at that. One shot. Swats him down like a fly swatter. And Ivar is going to take charge of this match from the get-go. Look at that. What a shot right there by Ivar. Knocking Derek Wright down again. And Wright now up against the ropes. What does Ivar have in mind? Sends him for the ride. Another big crossbody by Ivar. Down with a splash and a cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count already for one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Ivar. Derek Wright been unable to get out of the gate from the opening bell. It's been all Ivar thus far. Whip to the far corner and a big clothesline. A bulldog takes him to the center of the ring. And here's another cover. 1. And just a 1 that time for Ivar. Willie Jones looking on intently at ringside there. And Ivar continuing to pour on the punishment. And that's what there's Willie Jones up on the apron with a distraction on Ivar. Derek Wright is getting back to his feet. Ivar turns around, sees him coming, knocked down by Wright. And there's another. Look at this, caught and a leg sweep. Give the assist to Willie Jones. Ivar distracted by Willie Jones. Derek Wright takes advantage through the ropes. And look at this. A clubbing blow kick. And again, look at Derek Wright go. Here's a cover. 1, 2. He has his hand on the rope. The official, I didn't think, saw it, but Ivar kicks out regardless. And a European uppercut by Wright. Bulldog now takes Ivar face first into the mat. And now I think he's gonna go for it. The over-the-top neck breaker. And here he goes. Reversal. Back body drop by Ivar. And a spinning heel kick by Ivar. It's amazing to me that the big man can get it. And what the hell's Willie Jones doing? I just saw him up on the apron again. Well, regardless, Ivar's got Derek Wright in his sights. He's got him up on the shoulder. Sit-out pile driver by Ivar. Here's the cover, and that's got to be all. 1, 2, yes. And the victory goes to Ivar. Willie Jones, again, trying to distract Ivar. Did at one point. He was up on the apron. I don't know what he was doing. He may have gotten caught by the official that time. But a sit-out pile driver and another victory for Ivar. Oh, that's a tough loss again for Derek Wright there. Willie Jones coming in, and it looks like, well, something's not right here. I can't tell what they're saying, but and look at this. What in the world was that all about? A dissension in the ranks of High Energy, and Don Holmes isn't going to like this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see if Ric Flair will be joining us here tonight on Supercharged about the world title matchup in question. And so we're going to be joined first by the heavyweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy Arthur Caldwell.
Making his way to the ring from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 238 pounds, the Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Pretty Boy Arthur Caldwell.
The heavyweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy Arthur Caldwell. Again, he sent out the invitation to Nature Boy Ric Flair to join us here tonight. Well, let's see if he will answer that invitation. Well, here it is. The moment of truth. Is he going to come down? I believe he is. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here.
Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
He is here. 16-time world champion, the dirtiest player in the game, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Oh, what a monumentous occasion this is. What a moment for professional wrestling. Arthur Caldwell issued the invitation. Ric Flair has accepted. He is here. And I think that means that that world title match just might happen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen in. Well, big words from our world champion, but it is official. It is set in stone. April 2nd on Sunday at WrestleFest, the World Heavyweight title will be on the line. Ric Flair against Arthur Caldwell. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Tune in next week for another edition of GWA Supercharged.